Hi, and welcome to our new book of the term. We're going to study A Boy and a Bear in a Boat by Dave Shelton. And in this video, I'm going to read the first chapter for you, which is called Stepping Aboard. "Welcome aboard," said the bear, standing and turning to face the boy. He had been holding the boat steady as the boy got in. Now he released his grip on the wooden jetty and pushed them out into the water, and the boy felt an unsteadiness beneath his feet. "Hello," said the boy. The rolling of the boat put a tremble in his voice. "Where to?" said the bear. The boy wobbled back to the rear seat, concentrating as the hull rolled and bounced beneath him. He half sat and half fell onto the hard wooden bench, bashing his wrist painfully against the edge as he landed. "Ow," he said. "Just over to the other side, please." He waved his unbashed hand vaguely out across the water without looking up. Other side. I'm thinking other side of what? How far is the other side? What's on the other side? What's on this side? Why does he want to go to the other side? "Right you are," said the bear. The boy stowed his bag beneath his seat. He found a gap in the jumble of junk already taking up most of the space there, and then pushed quite hard to persuade the bag into place. There was a small crunching noise. The boy looked up guiltily towards the bear, but it seemed he hadn't heard. He was sitting on the front seat, fitting the oars into place. He dipped the blade of one oar into the water and pulled on it briefly, turning the boat to face away from the jetty. The boy felt the boat wobble and then settle, and the insides of his stomach did the same. The bear took a look over his shoulder and squinted into the distance. He made a small, low noise. Then he reached forward, dropped the blades of the oars into the water, and pulled back on the handles in a long, easy movement, setting the boat into motion. "Away we go," he said. "Will it take long?" said the boy. "A little while," said the bear. Away from the shade of the jetty, they were in the full glare of the sun, and the boy felt itchily hot. He took off his coat and scrunched it up on the seat beside him. He looked at the bear. He was a big bear, and the boat was only a small boat. When he leaned forward at the start of each stroke, it was as if he were lunging towards the boy, reaching out to grab at him. And the boat pitched and rolled and bounced as if the world had become unfixed. It was a little unnerving. He would be glad to get where he was going, back on firm ground again. He looked past the bear, out over the water ahead of him. "You can't even see it from here, can you?" he said. "I thought you'd be able to see it." "No, it's quite a way," said the bear. The boy leaned back and raised his face towards the sun. He closed his eyes and played with the colours of darkness he could see by pressing his eyelids more or less tightly together. He liked the greeny blue the best, but it was difficult to hold on to for long. He yawned and lolled his head forwards, and his eyes fell open again. He watched the bear. It was a reassuring sight. He rode as if it were the most natural movement he could make, as natural as walking or breathing even. He had a steady, casual rhythm and seemed to be making almost no effort at all, but the boat sped along just the same. The boy closed his eyes again and listened to the rhythm of the oars. Splish, splish, splish. It was rather calming, and the boat was only gently rocking now, soothing rather than unsettling him. He's very quickly become quite relaxed around this bear, hasn't he? I don't think I'd. Mind you, I probably wouldn't get into a boat with a bear in it. I don't know. He leaned out over the side of the boat and looked down at the water, watching through half-closed eyes the dancing patterns of sunlit ripples. Then he trailed a hand in the water and made patterns of his own. The water was cold, but pleasingly so. He pulled his hand back inside the boat and yawned again. Without realizing it, he had pulled his legs up onto the seat so that he was lying on it, curled up to fit the space. The sunlight on the water was too bright for comfort, so he moved his head back inside the boat, resting it on his bunched-up coat. He looked at the weave of the fabric, picked out in detail by the sunlight. He felt the warmth of the sun on his skin. He listened to the oars, steady as a heartbeat, and the gently lapping waves. He felt the sway of the boat beneath him, rocking like a cradle. He closed his eyes. So there we have chapter 1. We have this boy who is on his own. That raises questions as well, doesn't he? Where's his parents? Who's looking after him? He's going on this journey to the other side. We don't know where that is. We don't know where he's coming from. We don't even know his name. It's the boy. So we don't know much about it. It's all surrounded in mystery. And then we've got this strange character, the bear, a talking bear, which the boy doesn't seem surprised at. And the bear is taking him somewhere, which the boy thinks is not that far away, but the bear thinks is a little bit further, a little while away. But the boy feels comfortable enough to go to sleep in the presence of a bear. There's that very nice part where the bear lunging forwards with the oars is almost like the bear's going to attack the boy, but he never does. Doesn't seem to be the type of bear to do that. So lots of questions at the end of this chapter that hopefully, maybe, we'll get answers to in the next few chapters.